I'm just having doubts. I was just over comparing myself, and then I realised no one's gonna think about this as much as I am. I'm actually really proud of myself for doing this. Everything's okay. I'm trying. All of a sudden, very aware of how low cut this top is. Will this solve it? I don't know, let's just sit like this. Hello, and welcome to another weekly vlog. Today is Monday, the 27th of February. I cannot believe it is almost March. Spring feels like it's coming, which is making me very happy, but the year is going by so fast already. I feel like this always happens, and then it seems to slow down when it gets to winter. But I hope you're having a lovely week so far. I am in the process of editing last week's vlog. However, I don't know why, I've just tried to add a title to the vlog and it's crashing Final Cut. So if in doubt, I'm going to turn it off and back on again and hope to God it saved my editing. Because if not, I've just wasted like 4 hours. I'm gonna have to do it again. So if the vlog was on time last week, you'll know I managed to sort it. Today I'm gonna do some mock briefs actually, which I will try and film. I'll probably just like screen record and maybe like talk you through them, because I often find if I'm filming whilst trying to create things, I get such a bad creative block that I never seem to get it done very well, which obviously when I used to create design videos all the time proved to be quite difficult. I'm trying to restart my computer and everything's blocking it. Can you just restart? Can you restart in quick photos? I'm trying. How do I force quit? I always forget how to do this. I'm gonna do some mock briefs. I found some Instagram pages that do little mock briefs. I might find one of them. I might just make something up. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna get myself comfortable, possibly in my office chair, because last week I made the mistake of sitting downstairs and then I got too comfy and I fell asleep, which obviously we can't be doing. We can't be making a habit of that. So I might go sit in this chair. Gus is doing okay. He's currently asleep in the bedroom on our bed. He's just really angry at the cone. That's just the common theme. His wound is healing really well. We need to call our vets to get an appointment for when the stitches can be taken out. So yeah, everyone's good. I'm excited to do this mock brief, and tonight actually we're having my boyfriend's family come round for tea, so I will try my best and remember to film some of that. And also I have my new phone working now, so hopefully the camera on this is a lot better. Okay, let's talk about something exciting. We have our very first weekly vlog sponsor. Shout out to Hostinger, an amazing platform for fast and easy website hosting and creation. If you are in the market for a website, whether that be a portfolio, a resume, shop, whatever you can think of, your website needs are all covered with Hostinger. Now they have offered me a 10% discount code using the link on screen and in the description, and I am going to quickly show you how easy it is to create a website using their platform. So let's start. I am creating it for myself. I'm building it myself. And you can choose online store, blog, business, portfolio, other. We're going to go with portfolio today. I'm a beginner, yes please, and let's create a new website. So we have a beginner friendly, no code required, easy drag and drop, included e-commerce, dedicated live support team. Let's claim our free domain. So enter your domain name here. I've gone with Alice Thorpe Designs. Search, it's available, and let's continue. We have a ton of templates to choose from. You can see all the different categories, and I chose Millen. Welcome to your website. Let's take a tour. So we can create and edit pages. We can add elements, text, buttons, galleries, videos, maps, Instagram feeds. You can change global styles, which is basically the colors. And of course, you can check the mobile site because we browse on mobile more often than not. So let's go straight in. I'm going to edit the navigation. I'm going to change it to we're going to go photography website. We're going retro. I used to be a photographer, fun fact. So we're going to add portraits, pets, easy edit, press save, let's go. And then we're going to edit the logo. So I'm just going to click here, click edit, add an image and change the logo. Easy as that. All right, so scrolling down, you can see the different sections and these are all adjustable. You can drag and drop. So I'm just going to double click down here, change the email address, drag it into the place I want. Of course, you can add your socials down there on the right hand side. If you want to add a section, just click
in the middle, and there's loads of different options that we've got about, we've got gallery, contact forms, social icons, testimonials, everything you can think of. All you do is select one and then edit that to whatever you want it to be. Now I'm just going to add in a bunch of stock images. Obviously, as a photographer, you'd add in your own photos. So I'm going to go through and do that. So as you can see, Hostinga allows you to create a website quick and easy. It's an all-in-one solution, so there's no need to look for third-party themes or add in any new features. All the fundamental tools are accessible straight from Hostinga Website Builder. Now, if you get stuck or confused or need a little hand, they have world-class customer support. So to get assistance, you can reach out on their success team, on live chat, their knowledge base, or enroll in a website builder workshop for some hands-on guidance. To claim your discount, simply add your plan to checkout, enter all your details, and then click on coupon code, enter it there, hit apply, and there you go.
So as you can see, Hostinga has everything you could possibly need to create your very own website. Even having your own domain name is going to put you up there at the top of the pile when you are applying for jobs or showing your portfolio. And of course you get your own email address, so you will look super profesh. I got you covered. So like I said, get 10% off using my link or enter Alice Thorpe during checkout, and let me know how you get on when you create your website with Hostinga. Thursday? It is Thursday, the 2nd of March, and as you've seen, Gus has had some cone free time this morning. He's back to his normal self. He's constantly shouting at me because he wants to go outside, but obviously he's not had his stitches out yet, and we're not quite sure whether to let him out because his like natural instinct is to hunt, and he always used to come back with scrapes on his nose and stuff because obviously he must have lost the fight. Then obviously he lost the fight with the thorn bush, so we're a bit hesitant because his hunting instincts aren't as strong as they used to be, but maybe that'll come with time. We will see. I just had to play with him for like 15 minutes because he was getting bored. But on the agenda today is, I'm highly procrastinating everything today because I'm having one of those self-doubt days. I want to, let me just look at my calendar. I wanted to create some brand work, like mock brief brand work. So you make up a fake client, you do the brief, and then you can put that work on your portfolio, that kind of vibe. But I'm just having doubts. Like in my calendar at 9 o'clock I was supposed to do this mock brief and I've not done it, and it's now 10:30. But I know I need to do it. I'm just sort of overthinking it. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm debating going to a coffee shop and just sitting and forcing myself to do something. I have been doing work, I promise. I've been doing my emails, I've been sorting out some YouTube analytics stuff. Obviously I had to deal with the cat, and I've actually put proper work office clothes on today, which feels good. I'm just thinking of every possible excuse to not create. And I don't know if it's creative block or I'm just out of practice or comparing myself to everyone. I don't know, it's tricky. And I felt this the other day. I had like Tuesday, Wednesday as my days off, and I picked up my laptop yesterday to do some work, but ended up just leaving it, and I just couldn't face opening it again because I think I'm overthinking it. So I'm not really sure how to combat this, but I've basically blocked out the entire day to do mock briefs so I can like build up my portfolio, have things to post on Instagram, because obviously my Instagram page at the moment is literally just me. Like it doesn't give any inkling that I can design things, which is not ideal because obviously I'm offering those services that I created last week and I want people to see the kind of thing I can do. So I actually need to display the kind of work I can do. I think that's where all the pressures, it feels like all the pressures come in, because obviously this, like, I'm relying on these jobs to bring in future jobs, so maybe I'm just like stressing. I guess the first one doesn't have to be good. I need to find a mock brief. This is where I'm delaying. I did follow some pages on Instagram that did mock briefs, so I wonder if I could find one of them, and then if not, I remember using one at uni, but I think you have to pay for that now, which obviously I want to avoid. Because we got to earn the money before we can spend it, you know. Brief Club, brand brief. Okay, so Brief Club. Community for creatives, your go-to space for elevating your portfolio and design skills so you can land better quality clients. This sounds good. Okay, so you just gotta pick one. A rooftop bar that require a logo, a cocktail menu design plus any extras. Level 50. These are obviously like weekly projects, which I guess I could get on with on a weekly basis when I get into the swing of things. But for now, I could just have a play around with the briefs. So there's that one, and then there is brand brief. Weekly design briefs, level up your skills and portfolio practice on our news course platform. Okay, I'm gonna find one of these and I'm gonna treat it like it's a client job and that I've got a timeline. I actually might go to the coffee shop because I feel like that's gonna force me to sit and do work. I also need to go out and get some like live things, so I might feel more productive in myself once I've got those live things out of my head and we've been to the coffee shop. Yeah, we're gonna do that. This is my outfit today, by the way. I feel pretty nice in it, not gonna lie. And I've been sort of staying in the same boring outfits all the time, so I've just chucked this on. Creamy white jumper. I know they don't really match, but then these trousers from ASOS. I have my phone in my pocket, and then trainers because it is warming up a bit. And I feel quite nice. And I'm trying a new way of tying my hair up because I'm fed up of doing it the same way all the time. And having short hair, I've not quite mastered the art of what to do with it. I've gone for like a little messy top knotty kind of thing. And of course we've got the no makeup look going on because I'm learning to accept my skin the way it is. It is getting a bit better, to be honest, but then I got a lovely spot overnight like there, so I've resisted the urge to put concealer on and I've just treated my skincare, put my sunscreen on, and we're gonna go with it like this. So I'm gonna fill my water bottle up and let's go. Just taken me half an hour, what feels like half an hour, it's probably about 10 minutes actually, to find my purse because I've not been in the car since last week, not in my car anyway. And obviously during the Gus chaos, I've put it somewhere. And let me tell you, trying to hunt the house for your purse whilst not waking my boyfriend who is sleeping off his night shift was very frustrating. But I found my purse, have my card, I've got a new air freshener, everything's okay. Oh dear. I was so close to being like, I don't even want to go out anyway, and just giving up. But how do you do this? But we're doing it. Oh dear. Let's go. This number gives me so much anxiety. I never let my car go below a quarter tank, and this is just putting me on the edge. Time of the week. Just got a message, let's ignore it. Water Wednesdays. But on a Thursday this week, it is now week 4. Are we ever actually going to do Water Wednesday on a Wednesday? Who knows? Also, someone messaged saying that they pause the video and water their plants when they watch this segment. So, I thought that was a great idea. If you have plants to water, water with me, pause it if you need to, and then come back. Let's go. We've encountered the first issue. Can't find the watering can. What's wrong with me today? Oh. Found it. Oops. Oh shit. this brand thing is actually coming along really well so far. I'm very proud of myself for doing it. I'll show you that once I've done it. It should be by the end of the day. I have decided, however, that I'm going to get my walking pad out and do some walking, even just for half an hour. I'm still designing. One thing I've not done on my walking pad is design, so I need to get into the swing of being able to do that, because obviously a lot of my day-to-day will be design work. I've typed emails, I've like watched training videos, I've not like held the mouse and like clicked and designed and stuff, so I'm interested to see how that goes. So we're gonna get the walking pad out. I am also freezing, but the thermostat to turn the heating up is in the bedroom, and obviously I can't go in there, so I'm hoping the walking pad will obviously warm me up because I'm so cold. Little man's sat on the chair, Apple Watch on, trainers on, big stretch. Oh, big stretch, sleepy boy. Oh dear. Are you jumping down? See you later. This is just another reminder of something I need to do. Let's ignore it for now. It is Saturday and I didn't vlog for the past few days. Just been feeling really flat and a bit low, but we're not going to dwell on it. Today's a new day. It is just after 10 AM. I've started work and we're gonna get shit done. First of all, I want to show you the brand that I made. I think that is honestly where it stemmed from. I was just over comparing myself and being really highly self-critical, and then I realized I can't keep doing this because it's just not fair on me. So we got there, we finished it, everything's ready to go. I'm gonna like upload it on Instagram and stuff, show the process, film some reels, etc, etc. But we got there in the end, and then today I'm gonna film some little quick reels too. So we've got a productive day, and then tonight I'm going to my parents' house for tea. Yesterday I actually went out with a friend and went to Pizza Hut. Forgot to vlog everything. So just rest assured I have left the house. I also need to go to the post office today and post my old phone because I did like a swap, so I need to send that back to Sky. So we are ready. Oh, this is something I found yesterday, the Bezier game. I saw it on Instagram, and if you use the pen tool in Illustrator and like struggle with it, it helps you master it, which I thought was quite fun. I've not tried it yet, it's just still up on my screen. It sort of shows how out of it I was this morning because I spent 5 minutes, it wasn't 5 minutes, but I spent a good 30 seconds like hitting my keyboard, like why is my computer not turning on? And then I realised my laptop wasn't even plugged in, so yeah, it wasn't even in the room, never mind not plugged in. It's just been one of them times. My skin as well, I think I went a bit OTT with one of my treatments and it's made me break out more than I already was. Just a lot of things, but like I said, new day, everything is fine. Let me show you this brand that I've done. Do we think this tripod is tall enough to show you? The brand I have made is called Clayful Creations. I guess I'll show you sort of where I came from, the starting point. So the brief was from Brief Club on Instagram, and then I went on Pinterest, I went on Behance, and I found all of these inspiration images. So this was the kind of vibe I want to go for. Clayful Creations is a pottery studio. It required a logo, social media identity. I just realised I didn't do the social media identity part. Oh well. So yeah, this is the vibes. Colourful, fun, playful, like quite blocky, and I really loved this colour palette, so this is sort of where I based my colours from, which I was proud of too because I'm really bad at choosing colours normally. So the first idea I did was this, and I used this font. This font is all round gothic bold, and I just outlined it and then stretched the letters and stuff to make it like custom font. Added a little flower, and then I drew some elements here. I used the iPad, I think I filmed that actually, you might have already seen that. Drew some elements including these pots and then put them onto the logo, and then I realised actually this flower, yes Gus,
This flower is a bit redundant, so I chucked that out because I was like, what is a flower got to do with clay? It didn't really have anything to do with it. I was just sort of filling a gap. But then when I added these, it didn't make much sense. So I went back to the drawing board, I got rid of the flower and I played around with the letters a bit more. So I changed like the composition and then added the pots on top, which I thought was quite cute. And then I also opted to colour these dots. I just put like little dots the same size as the dot on the eye below both A's. Just thought it added a bit of difference. Oh, this is still the flower one. So this was when it was still flower themed. Then we started playing around here. So I found like, I did like a favicon / logo mark here. Did it in a few different colours. Picked out the main brand colours, which I really love. I love these colours together. And then I made some patterns, and I absolutely love making patterns. I want to make more. Definitely making Hannah's Sunnyside designs that's made me love making patterns. But I just sort of arranged all the pots that I did in a pattern, did the various colours, did some shapes of the flowers. I didn't really like this one. This one is my favourite, 100%. Then I did like, I started doing this mood board in Illustrator, and then I realised I had a template for a proper mood board. Also found this pattern on Adobe Stock. And then here I'm playing around for a mock-up. So in InDesign I created this, which I'll be posting on my Instagram if you've not already seen it. I don't know when I'm posting it. And it's sort of like the brand identity in like a mood board style. So I've done like a repeat pattern across the bottom, found some stock images, made some mock-ups, and I feel like this really brings it all together. I'm actually really proud of myself for doing this. I was struggling a lot, like this last mock-up. Oh, I was just like hating on myself, but we got there in the end. I've even been really organised in the folder. Who am I? I really do think that the creative block was real. I think I mentioned earlier on in the vlog, I didn't know if it was creative block or not, but I was definitely overthinking it and comparing myself to other designers. Like I mentioned, my Instagram isn't design heavy at all, and I'm such a perfectionist that I don't post things for that reason. For example, this, I nearly completely gave up because I couldn't work out what to put in that top slot where the washi tapes are. I couldn't work out what mock-up I wanted, what was perfect, and then I realised no one's going to think about this as much as I am, so I just kind of gave up. I didn't really give up. I did like 3 different versions, and then I was like, just settle on the washi tapes. It works, the patterns look nice, the mock-up's like sleek, just do it. And I realised, actually I'm really proud of myself now looking back at it with like a fresh pair of eyes. Yes, it took me like a day and a half, with breaks obviously, and doing other bits of work. It took a lot longer than I hoped it to, and I was beating myself up about that because of like time and like, it felt like I wasn't doing work, but it is. So yeah, I guess here's your motivation to not give up and push through. If you need a break, take a break. If you need a bit longer, take a bit longer, but like hold yourself accountable. And I'm so glad I didn't stop because I actually love how it turned out. So I'm definitely going to do another one of those soon. Might even do one tomorrow, so we will see. If you saw my reel, you'll know that I use and love ClickUp, and last night I wrote some ideas down for some little quick reels that I can film. So we're going to utilise the new phone, which by the way, the camera on this is sick. So good, so much better. We're gonna set the camera up on my little ring light here, and hopefully the screens don't have any glare on it, and we'll see what that looks like. Here's the boy, by the way. He's having some cone free time. He does still have stitches in, but they're like really well healed, so I sort of trust him a bit more. You're a good boy, aren't you? He says, I don't want love, Mum, I want to explore. I've filmed the reels. Now I am very much avoiding editing them, so much so that I posted on Instagram and then Hannah messaged me saying I also have had a really unproductive week, and now we've forced each other to stop replying to each other and get stuff done. We've just sent motivational gifts to each other. See this? This is what our chat looks like. So if you also had a low motivation, a low productivity week, you're not alone.
We can do this. I've looked at like where the post office is, and I figured I might as well take like post office / lunch break and get myself a Starbucks cheese toasty. I'm making a bit of a habit of it, to be honest, but it makes me happy, and I feel like I don't drink coffee and stuff, so why not just, you know, treat myself every once in a while. Like, I'm really good at saving money, and I'm actually quite bad at spending it, so I'm gonna treat myself. But we're not gonna treat myself until like 12:30. I'm gonna take my lunch at 12:30. Until then, I guess I should probably start editing these reels. I don't know why I'm avoiding it. I think I'm making it a bigger task in my head than it actually is. Okay, by 12:30, I'm gonna have edited, how many have I filmed? 6. That's pretty good going. By 12:30, this lighting though, by 12:30 I'm gonna have edited 3. And for further satisfaction, I'm gonna write the names of them on here, on this sticky pad, and I'm gonna tick them off, because we all know that little serotonin boost of ticking things off a to-do list is very motivational. So much so that sometimes you even put things you've already done on there just so you can tick it, you know? Here's my list. It is 11:55. We've got 35 minutes, and I'm gonna get 3 edited and exported. We're gonna do it. It is 12:35 and I managed to get 2 reels edited. I actually decided to edit them on my phone because I realised I have an app called CapCut, which is really good, and I could record the voiceover on that, and it just sort of saved transferring things back and forth between my computer. So I've done 2 of those. I've done the voiceovers, I've even done the text overlay, so it wasn't like a rough edit. Why am I justifying myself? I've done 2, I'm proud of myself. Let's tick off the second one actually. Can I tick this off without moving the camera angle? Oh, I mean, kind of worked. I am now gonna go to the post office and I'm gonna get myself a cheeky little Starbucks. We've gone rogue. So, classic peach tea, because I'm basic. I always ask for an extra shot of peach tea. That's a good one. And then I've gone for a no beef, a red onion focaccia, which I'm presuming is vegan. It smells delicious. I usually get the ham and cheese toasty, but I thought I'd mix it up, you know, see what it's like. I'm gonna eat this. I'm in the most random Starbucks ever, because I drove to the post office. It sort of just directed me to the nearest one, and I've never been here, but it's quite nice. Does anyone else need water with food? I can't have like pop and food, I have to have water and food. I asked on Instagram for some questions, so I thought we could do a little mini Q&A if I have any questions. I might not have any. In that case, don't matter. First question: will you be doing videos where you actually show yourself designing again, like when you did redesign videos? Should we try this? Oh my god, it's so hot. I might do, but not. I'd probably do it in like a short form thing, because those videos, I really enjoyed making them, but I did not enjoy editing them. That's why I hired an editor, because they're just so long and there's only so much, like so many times you can see your own face. So I really enjoyed the creative process and doing the whole redesign situation, but it was like the length and time it took to like produce such a video. But I know how popular they were, so maybe I'll do like a short form version of it on YouTube. I'm not quite sure. Those videos are like one of the main reasons I hit 100k on this channel, because they were really like clickable and people subscribed for them, which I know is the reason why like my views are quite low for the amount of subscribers I have, because I've like switched topics quite a lot. But it is what it is. I knew that that was going to happen when I didn't just pick one niche, you know. I'm not a niche, I'm a person. I don't want to just do one thing for the rest of my life. So this channel's just my life, and if you've been here for a while, you'll have gathered that. But yeah, I'm probably going to do some like redesigning reels when I get into the swing of things. Obviously I've done some reels today, but they're just like tips and things. But when I get like my creative juices flowing again, then yes, I will probably do some redesigns, just not in the same format as before, most likely. You know what, for the price of this, there's not many toppings on it, and I'm kind of sad about that. Okay, next question: what are your goals for the next month? Well, I don't actually know. Shush Siri. I'm not actually 100% sure. I think a few vlogs ago I mentioned how I'm not very good at setting goals. I've set like long-term ones, but I'm not very good at setting short-term. Oh my god, there's the cutest child about to walk past my car. That is the poster child for getting baby fever, I swear. What I've decided I'm going to do is, like, when I worked my office job, we had like monthly one-to-ones where you like checked in with your like line manager and evaluated the month and set goals for the next month. I'm gonna do that. I realised yesterday it was exactly a month since I left my job, which means in a week will be exactly a month since I started self-employment, because I took like a week off. So I think I'm gonna schedule in on that day a one-to-one with myself. I'm gonna like, maybe there's like a worksheet I could find on Etsy to like work through, or like sort of copy what I used to do at my office job and like evaluate what I've done and what I want to do, and like really take some time to set out a framework so I know what I'm working towards. Because I think what is frustrating about working for myself is like it feels kind of endless sometimes. Like you don't feel like you're working to a specific thing. It feels like sometimes you're just creating something and then it's straight on to the next one, and it's a bit repetitive in that sense. So maybe by doing like one-to-one kind of things, I can hold myself accountable more. And I feel like hold myself accountable is the phrase of 2023 for me. But yes, that is the plan. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this sandwich and I'll answer some more questions later if we get any juicy ones. My mum just rang as I was finishing my sandwich. Her and my dad are car shopping and they can't decide, so I'm now at the car shop to provide the final vote, apparently. That was an unexpected detour. So I've had an hour lunch instead of half an hour, but that's fine. Let's go back and do some work. Good morning, it is Sunday and I'm gonna answer a few more questions from yesterday's Q&A. First one I've just seen is, can Prince Gus have his own Instagram? Trust me, I've considered it. I know I'd take it way too seriously and then feel bad if I didn't like keep it going properly, so he's just gonna have to have his time on my Instagram stories. I did like really consider that when we got him. Do I miss Soul and Fire? I do and I don't. I loved the whole like packing orders and having people own my products, but I didn't enjoy, I did enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the pressure it like put on me, like the comparison, and I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to designing things, as we've discovered this week. So like designing new products just was a whole other level of pressure. I did enjoy it a lot. I'm literally looking at all my packing stuff and I know like this entire shelving unit is dedicated to Soul and Fire, so I'm not really sure what to do with it. It's just kind of there. One day I will figure out what I'm doing with this, but yeah, I do miss it. But the pressure and the comparison that I had from doing it sort of got to me a little bit. I think in the future I would like to do some sort of shop things, but maybe do it like a limited release kind of thing. So maybe do like a poster and only release 50, you know, like more bespoke stuff rather than stocking particular things. Saying that, however, I do have some spare stock left from Soul and Fire, which I'm still not sure what to do with. So I don't know, maybe I could put that on my website and just get those shifted. But yeah, I do miss it, but I also don't at the same time. Can you tell I'm getting very comfy? This angle is probably not flattering in the slightest, but I will. Will you do some tutorials on video editing in your kit? Not gonna lie, probably not, because all I do with my editing, I don't do anything fancy. I use Final Cut Pro and I just chop out the bits where I pause or say or add some music or speed it up. Like, I don't do anything fancy. My kit, I'm currently filming on a Canon G7X Mark II. I do have a Sony ZV-1, which is a 4K camera, which I actually should start vlogging with. But I think just a habit thing, I keep picking up my G7X, so that is literally my equipment and my editing. I don't think it's like a full video worthy kind of thing. I've had a lot of questions about being self-employed. How are you finding being self-employed? What's your advice for people wanting to be self-employed? I'm finding it really, obviously this week I've been a bit low, so it is a bit like different this week, but that's completely normal. And I've actually just watched Lily Pebble's vlog as I was getting ready, and she's just uploaded a video of her having like a really down day, and she put hers down to PMS. TMI, but I don't have periods because of my contraception, so I find it really hard to judge whether I'm low because I'm like feeling low, or whether I'm low because of like hormones. So yeah, this week's been quite tough. Weeks like this are hard when being self-employed, and I know these are the weeks that used to really get to me, but I'm actually really proud of myself for how disciplined I've been this week. Yes, I've not got as much done as I hoped, but then saying that, everything on my to-do list is done. I've got one more thing to do today and then we're sorted. So I think being self-employed is a balance of like being tough on yourself but knowing when to like draw the line. So I'm really enjoying it actually. Prior to this week when I've been feeling a bit low, I've been loving it. Like just the contrast, like not having to commute to work, being able to set my own schedule, being able to be creative again, just it's been so good. Obviously the money side of things is terrifying because it's not like a set income, and I'm still sort of learning how to deal with that. But like I said, when I initially quit my job, I have savings to back me up, so I have like a few months to go hard at this and then really figure it out. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and it's definitely the right decision, 100%. Someone is at my front door.
Someone is at the front door.
It's my parents! Sorry about that. My parents came to drop something off and then I got distracted by house chores. But I am going to end the vlog here because I am actually going to edit it today, ready for its upload tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. If you got to the end, I'd love to know how you get yourself out of down days. Like, how do you make yourself feel better when you're feeling a bit low? I'd love to know. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you next week for another one. Bye!